Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. Sitting here behind me is the Overflowed Entity MT. For those of you who are about to ask, this vehicle is on discount for the remainder of this week. It's a pretty good one, definitely one that I would recommend picking up if you guys don't have one already. It's pretty interesting, we'll talk about it a little more later. But of course, to start off this week, we have to talk about how to make some money in Grand Theft Auto Online, which is probably the most important thing of every week in this game. Now, unfortunately, the only thing that's on bonus money really is the versus modes, which are acquire targets 1, 2, and 3. I personally don't think I've actually played these. I'm probably going to be playing them this week, and I might even make a video about it. But if you guys are trying to make some money this week and you don't have any businesses or anything like that, this is going to be one of the only ways to earn some bonus money for the remainder of this week. So I would definitely say to check it out, but I don't know how popular it's going to be. It is the only double money and double RP thing this week, so it might actually have some players, not 100% sure. Should be some fun regardless though, if you can find a game. So good luck. Now we also have a 50% bonus on the DAX Last Dose missions, and the Last Dose hard mode event is now live as well. So this means that if you complete the Last Dose missions that were released with the second half of the Los Santos Drug Wars DLC, on hard mode, you are going to get some bonus items, which are actually kind of cool. One of them is it says this is an intervention. It's a pink and lime SC coin wraps. Not 100% sure what that honestly means. Shout out to Taz for the info though. The Unusual Suspects Classic DS Tiger embroidered jeans. That sounds actually pretty cool. I think I might want to try to get those. We also have the Checking In Black VDG cardigan and wide designer jeans. Not 100% sure what that exactly is. And then for completing every single Last Dose mission on hard mode, you are going to get an exclusive camo for the micro SMG, which is actually pretty cool in my opinion. So yeah, if you guys are interested, make sure you are doing that this week. Another thing that we have going on this week in online is we have the Weenie Issy Rally added back into the game for another week, and then they're taking it away again. Anyways, yeah, thanks ROCKSTAR. Anyways, this thing does have an HSW upgrade for those of you on the expanded and enhanced edition. It's got some good customization no matter what platform you're on. The performance of this vehicle is not that great, even with the HSW upgrade. It's still not that great. It's a cool car. It's got some cool customization. For 1.8 mil though, it's just like so overpriced. And then with the HSW upgrade, I think it's an additional 850k or 650k. It's one or the other. And the performance you get even with HSW is still not very good at all. So I can't honestly recommend picking up the Weenie Issy Rally this week, especially at its price point. I just don't think it's worth it. If it ever goes on discount maybe, then it might actually be worth picking up. But as far as things are concerned right now, I just don't see I just don't see myself recommending it to you guys for the price that it costs. But if you are one of those guys that collects all the exclusive cars, now is your time to get the Weenie Issy Rally if you missed it before. Now for discounts this week in online, we have the Eclipse Boulevard multi-floor garage available for $1.9 million or 30% off. So it is discounted pretty heavily this week. If you guys are running out of spots for your cars, the Eclipse Garage is a good spot to put them. You get 50 new slots, which is pretty nice. And you can actually customize each floor, which is pretty cool, like the look of each floor. So that is kind of neat. Overall, the Eclipse Boulevard Garage is definitely something that I would look into this week. While it's on sale, definitely you're not going to go wrong with picking it up. Eventually, you will have too many cars in GTA and you will need new spots to store them. So if you can get the Eclipse Boulevard Garage, you should absolutely do that and fill that thing up. Now for discounts this week, as far as vehicles go, we have the Overflowed Entity MT discounted. Like I said at the start of the video, this is the vehicle that is behind me. It's on sale for just under $1.8 million. The Entity MT is a car that has engine resistance. It's directly modeled after the Overflowed Entity XXR, which also had engine resistance. I will say the MT, despite its engine resistance, is still a pretty decent car. It's decently fast. It does have some good customization. The handling is okay as well, and it is a car that has an HSW upgrade. So for those of you on the expanded and enhanced edition, you can really negate engine resistance that this car has, which otherwise makes it slow with that HSW upgrade. However, if you're playing on last gen or PC, it is definitely going to seem like a bit of a slower car, unfortunately. Not to say that it's completely terrible. I would still probably recommend picking it up, especially at this price. It's not bad, but just know that it's not going to be as fast as some of the other supercars in the game. For example, like the Pagasi Ignis right below it. Even the overflood Xeno, I'm pretty sure the Xeno is still faster than the Entity MT. So just keep that in mind. It's not going to be the fastest car ever. It does have some good customization. Overall, I think I would recommend it for 1.7 or just under 1.8, but I would really recommend it if you have the HSW available to you. But if you don't have HSW, it's like I'm on the fence about it. I'd say I'm like 51% yes, get it, 49% no, don't get it. So make your own decisions. If you want it, definitely pick it up this week. At least it's on sale, right? And on Southern San Andreas Super Autos, we have the Declassy Tulip M100 discounted this week for just under $1,250,000. This thing has some good customization. It's also got some decent performance. The handling is a bit of a drawback with the Tulip. However, it is pretty quick in a straight line. The acceleration is decent. Top speed is okay as well. The handling is not the worst muscle car ever. It's definitely like not as bad as like the Hellfire, for example. But it's not good either. So, you know, it's another car that's kind of on the fence about recommending. If you're a muscle head, you know, you should probably pick it up. However, if you don't like cars that don't handle very well, I would completely avoid the Tulip M100. It's just not going to be a car that you're going to want this week. But if you're trying to collect, you know, Los Angeles Drug Wars DLC cars or something like that, then obviously pick it up while it's on sale. Makes sense, right? And under the four-door section on Southern San Andreas Super Autos, we have the Karen Kuruma Armored on discount this week for $341,000 if you have the trade price, or $453,000 if you do not have the trade price unlocked. The Karen Kuruma Armored is one of the only cars in GTA Online that is like almost 100% bulletproof, so it is definitely one that I would recommend for doing like missions and stuff like that. However, it's not a car that you're going to want for free mode, so if you're not really too bothered about doing missions and stuff like that, I would not recommend picking up the Karen Kuruma just for free mode, because it does only take one explosive. It's not actually like armored, quote unquote. It does have bullet resistant glass, up to like 95% resistant, I would say. There are a few little spots on this car where you can shoot players out of it pretty easily, but for the most part, you're going to be, you know, pretty good from bullets within the Karen Kuruma Armored. But as far as explosives go, this thing is a complete no-go. Don't try to face off against anybody with like a tank or something like that. So just be careful, guys. The Armored Kuruma, still a good car no matter what, but yeah. Just make sure you know what you're going to be using it for. If you're going to do missions, pick it up. If you're not going to do missions and stuff like that, I'd probably say avoid it. So that's it for the discounts in Grand Theft Auto Online this week. We got to go talk about the podium vehicle and the prize ride this week. Alright guys, and here in the casino, the podium vehicle for the week is the Ocelot Lynx. This is actually one of my like sort of favorite cars in GTA. I'd put it in my top 30 for sure. The Ocelot Lynx doesn't have the greatest performance ever, however it is just under $1.8 million. So if you can win this thing off of the podium this week, that is kind of a huge dub. This is a pretty expensive car. It's also pretty awesome. It's got a couple livery options. It's got a little bit of customization as well. I think it's one of the, you know, best looking cars in all of Grand Theft Auto Online as well. If you can win this thing, you definitely should. Make sure you're coming to the casino every day to try to get this. It is 100% worth it, I would say. And the prize ride within the LS car meet this week is the Overflowed Entity XF, the OG entity in Grand Theft Auto Online. In order to win this thing, you are going to have to place top 3 for 3 days in a row in Street Race series races. Definitely not a very hard challenge, definitely one that I would recommend trying to do and trying to get. The Overflowed Entity XF is definitely a fan favorite. It's an OG car. It's got pretty good performance even by today's standards. Definitely look into this thing if you guys are interested. Alright guys, and finally it's time to talk about the time trials this week. Your regular time trial for the week is Del Perro Pier, your RC Bandito time trial is Cemetery, and your HSW time trial is going to be somewhere on your map. Make sure you guys are taking care of that this week if you have access to it, for that additional $250,000. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. That has been what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, dislike if you didn't of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.